Hey everybody, it's Liz. Long time no see. I know it's been crazy. You guys won't believe what the summer that I'm having, but I just wanted to get on here real quick. I want to share with you some of my latest projects that I've been working on. It's just a couple of small things, and I wanted to make a quick announcement. I'm going to be a little MIA for the next probably 4, maybe 5 weeks. I'm in the process of moving. So I've got 10 days to pack a huge 2-story house. Well, not huge, but you know what I mean. It's plenty of rooms, trust me. I've got a 2-story house to finish packing. We're moving by the end of the month, and we're going to be moving to a new city in Spring, Texas. Not too far from where we're at now, but you know, quite a move for us. And so I'm going to be, you know, MIA, you guys. I've already started packing a lot of my scrappy stuff. Obviously I need to finish, and then obviously with the move, you know, having to put everything away and getting situated, it'll be a while before I can see my my crafty stuff again, you guys. So I'm going to miss all of you, and believe me, I'm going to miss crafting for 4 weeks. I think that's probably going to be the longest I've gone without making anything, so I do apologize for that. But I do want to take the time also to thank you guys so much for all your continued support. All my new subscribers, please bear with me while I make this move. I know you guys just subscribed, and I'm not going to have anything new for a while, so I do apologize for that. But you know how, if you guys have moved, and I'm sure everyone has at one point or another, it's such a hectic thing, you know, so it's going to be a few weeks before I'm situated and getting back into the saddle, so to speak. But anyways, I just wanted to share real quick 2 projects that I've recently made that I was able to have time to create, and I just wanted to share them with you. My first one is going to be a tag, and as you guys know, I am working on doing the Tim Holtz tags, you know, the ones he does every month on his blog, and they're so much fun, you guys. If you don't participate, you definitely should. It's really fun because he teaches new techniques on how to use the products that we already have on hand, and it's really cool. It's fun, and if you enter the challenge, you know, you can possibly get a prize. I won back in April, so that was awesome. But anyways, you guys, this is the tag for July, and I love it. As soon as he posted it in his blog, I instantly fell in love because I love anything that has to do with the beach. Anything nautical, I just love it, love it. I'm from California, so you know, I'm a beach girl at heart. Miss my beaches, definitely. And so this one really, really spoke to me. I loved it. I really didn't want to make any changes at all. I wanted to do the same way that Tim did his. You know what I mean? And you guys can check out the blog. He gives you all the instructions step by step. It's awesome. But mine's a little bit different, but not a whole lot, because like I said, I really liked his tag. I thought it was awesome. I, you know, chose different colors and a few different elements, such as the little, I guess what we call seaweed. These are from Spellbinders, and I know his were, you know, his own brand, but I always work with what I have, or at least try to, and this is what I came up with. So, you know, I started off with the tag, and this time what we did is you get to, you know, create your background using distress paint, inks, stains, you know, any medium really. I used all, let me see, I did use paint. I also used the stains, and I used the distress inks to create my background. And then I distressed all my edges, as you can see, and then also used the darker shade of brown. In this case, it was frayed burlap all along the edges of my tag, just to kind of give it like a shadow effect. And what I really, really liked about this month's tag was this really cool technique that he had us do. He used shrink wrap, and I didn't have shrink wrap, so I used packaging, you guys, from I think some kind of Tim Holtz Ideology item, but I just cut out the plastic to the shape of the tag, and I embossed it. I used one of my embossing folders. I believe it's also by Tim Holtz. It's like some swirly pattern, but I really liked it because it sort of kind of has like that, you know, like the wave look. So I went with the ocean theme, and I thought that looked really cool. And I love how it looks on top of the colors in the distress tag. So it kind of looks like water, doesn't it? I think it came out really cool. And of course, he used the seahorse dye, which I did as well, the sand and sea dye. It comes with a seahorse, a larger sand dollar, and one of these guys, starfish. And so this one, I had to go buy it because I don't have it, and I know, I think it's just an excuse to go buy new stuff, right? But I didn't have it. I definitely had to use it for my tag. So I went out and bought it. I cut it out of, I die cut it out of grunge board, and I inked it using several colors of distress inks. I used You can kind of see some of the orange because I used the Spice Marmalade, I used Rusty Hinge, I used Barn Door, and it looks more red on the camera, but in person you can see the different colors. Well, maybe if I do that, see, you can see some of the orange. And I also used Wild Honey to get this really cool color. I've always wanted, I had a seahorse a long time ago and we had this huge aquarium and it had a lot of red in it, not as much red, and so I kind of wanted to do that. So I think it looks really cool. And then what I did is I sanded all of the edges and then distressed them with the frayed burlap, as you can see here. I also used Rock Candy Crackle on top, and then I also used just, I took some embossing powder, regular embossing powder, and kind of sprinkled some gold around the seahorse, because the seahorse that we used to have had a little bit of gold in it, like reddish and gold. It was really pretty. This was back in California many years ago, and so you can see some of the gold. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I love that, how it looks. And of course there's some cracks from the crackle, the rock candy, so it looks amazing. I love the way my seahorse turned out. And then these, like I said, these were from Spellbinders. I thought they kind of looked like, seaweed or something that would grow in the ocean, the bottom of the ocean, so I've got that on there. And they're two different colors of cardstock. And then my sand dollar, again, that was die cut using Grinch board. I painted it with antique linen, similar to the what he did on his tag. And then I sanded the edges, used some frayed burlap. I also sprinkled some gold embossing powder on that. I hope you guys are able to see that. And then I used a little bit of he used the distress markers for the inside of the sand dollar, but I don't have any, so I used a pen nib and my distress inks to sort of give it a shadow look. It's really pretty, and I love how the gold adds the shimmer, and it also gives it a texture to the sand dollar, so it looks really pretty. And then this, the little starfish, we did is die cut two of these, and you just cut the starfish out. And I used Wild Honey, Spice Marmalade, and Rusty Hinge to color him up. And then I also used the gold embossing powder on top of that to give it texture. And I also used Rusty Hinge Distressed Stickles on top of him. So he's really stickled up and has a really cool texture. And then this was one of my favorite parts, you guys, the sand. We got to create the sand, and he gives you the step-by-step instructions on his blog. You guys can definitely check it out. But it's basically using, that ultra thick embossing powder or enamel, whatever it's called, UT, I think, and then distressed glitter, a couple of different distressed powders, and glossy accents. And so you create this mixture, and you can use it as sand, and it looks really cool, and it hardens nicely, so a lot of this isn't going to fall off, because if you've ever tried gluing sand, it just gets all over the place, right? And a lot of it just ends up falling off. So I thought this technique was awesome. I'm definitely going to use this again. And you can switch it up and obviously use different distress powders to create whatever color you want, but I thought that was really cool. So I love the sand. It looks awesome. And then here I just used one of these little word labels. It says Discoveries. I painted the inside and then rubbed it off so the paint would go inside, where the letters are. And I just have some jute string that I tied around the tag. So it looks really cool. And then for the top, I just have a little piece of this burlap ribbon. Sort of kind of looks like a fishing net, and I just spread it out. Like I said, it's very similar to Tim's. Made a few changes using what I had, but I love it. I think it came out awesome. Love this tag. So this is for the July tag over at Tim Holt's blog. So definitely check it out, you guys. But this is my tag. And then I also made a card. My sister's birthday is coming up on the 24th, and I wanted to make her a birthday card before I ended up, having to put all my things away in boxes. So this is my last project I'm going to be making, obviously, for a while until I get into my new home and get situated. The one thing that I am most excited about, though, is I believe I'm going to have a scrappy room. So I am so excited about that. I actually have not seen the house. My husband went and picked it out on his own and everything, but he's told me it's beautiful, he loves it, I'm dying to see it. I probably will see it before we move in, but I trust his judgment. He's a lot pickier than I am, so I know the house is going to be great. And I think I'm going to have my own scrappy room, so I'm so excited, cannot wait. But anyways, this is the card I decided to make for my sister. I wanted something really fun and really festive, so I went, for some brighter colors. And the paper pad I used, excuse me, throat is so dry, is this one here by My Mind's Eye, and it's called Sky's the Limit. And I picked it up at Michael's, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it because this is an older collection, but it's so pretty. It has sort of like a circus or a carnival theme, you know. I really liked it, and I love the color. I love that page, don't you? The little cutouts. But what I really liked was the festive elements, you know, like the hot air balloons and, you know, a lot of the flowers and things like that. So I really wanted to incorporate that into my card. And so I started off with a black cardstock base. It's 5.5 by 5.5. And then I just layered several, you know, different sheets of the pattern paper. And then this piece here, it was like a die cut page. So I cut it out, I distressed all the edges, and I adhered it on there. And it's very dimensional, so there's like a piece of cardboard behind it. I wanted it to stand out. Then I've got a little doily that I was cut in half, so I've got a piece here, a piece there, sort of to kind of mimic this here, this little layered piece. And I took that, I just fussy cut it out from one of the papers, so it's already got like that layered look. This piece here I also fussy cut, and then this one, and so I just tucked them in behind one another to give it that more of that layered look that I was going for. All the edges are distressed with my distress tool. I didn't ink anything up. I wanted to leave it, you know, just the bare paper. I didn't want to use a lot of inks. And here I just have a cute little flower cluster using some flowers that I had on hand. I don't remember what color I used for this because it was an extra one from another project, but I thought this color went really well with, you know, that pink up here. So I just basically dabbed a little bit of white acrylic paint on top just to tone down the colors just a little bit. I added some little Spellbinders leaves and again some little white acrylic paint that I sponged on there just to tone down the green, you know. The green was really bright. So just a really small little cluster right here next to the little bird. And what I did, I also added little pieces of tissue tape. I hope you guys could see that. But these are two little pieces of tissue tape that I tucked behind here. I actually, you know, adhered that before I laid this piece over that. I've got some more tissue tape over here, just another, you know, little element to my tag. I want it to be like eclectic and, you know, like I said, fun and festive. And then I've got two little fussy cut hot air balloons that I used foam tape to give them dimension. And then I really like the banner on the balloons, so I wanted to do a continuation of the banner, so I connected it here with some twine, you know, the doodle twine, so it goes all the way across. Sorry about that, it's not focusing, there it is. And then I just created 3 little pennants out of, you know, some of the scraps of paper from the paper pad, and I just have them on there, popped up with some foam tape, just to continue the banner that, you know, goes across from the hot air balloons. I thought that looks really cool, and it's super pretty. And I love it. And so all these letters here, these are just alpha stickers that I sort of cut in, you know, different sizes, and it just spells out happy birthday. So I think my sister's really going to like this. She's into, you know, the bright colors and the festive elements of it. So I think she'll love it. I think it's really pretty. The inside, I basically just adhered a piece of pattern paper on there, and then I cut out a strip that I you know, adhered down here at the bottom. I also laid another piece of black cardstock and a white cardstock piece on top of that, and this is where we'll write our message. And then I've got 2 of those little cutouts. One says Ticket to Ride, and the other one's got, it's almost like a little playing card. And then I just distressed the edges of those and adhered them to the bottom corner. And so that's my inside, right? Pretty cute, I think. And so we've got plenty of room to write our message to, you know, for her to wish her a happy birthday and everything. So that's my card. I'm really happy with it. I think it came out really cute. And oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how much I'm going to miss crafting. 4 weeks is a really long time. It might actually take me longer because you know how it is when you unpack. And it's not only, it's like I still work, you know, so I still have to go to work. I still have the kids to take care of. I still have my mom. We just had a little incident with her a little while ago. She was in the hospital. So I'm very fortunate that she's okay and she's home now. So I've got a lot to do. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so busy. But I'm going to miss you guys. I'm definitely going to miss crafting and, you know, being creative. But I hope that when I come back, I do have a crafty room. And I'm going to come full force. And I've got a lot of things in mind that I want to share with you. And definitely take this thing to the next level, you know. So I really appreciate your patience. I really hope you guys all stick around and give me a few weeks, like I said, to get situated. And I'll be back, I promise. But I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your continuous support. You guys are awesome. You really, truly are. I'm going to miss you guys. But I'll be back, and I will see you all real soon. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their summer. Okay? And take care. Bye-bye.